friends. Welcome back to Live at the Roxy late night edition. Thank you to everybody who's joining me. I got back to LA from Boston last night, and I am really working on streaming more for you guys, making sure I'm here. This is a story that I really wanted to talk about. And not that I'm off of work, I was going to say when I got off of work today, I still have so many hours of work, but I wanted to do a Live at the Roxy because we talk about things that matter here. We also talk about entertainment. It's kind of a weird title. Should Diddy have apologized? Plus Bridgerton and American Idol finale. Like, the Diddy situation is a very real fucked up situation. But then I also like to talk about television, and you guys know that's just the way this show works sometimes. So thank you for being here on this nighttime edition of Live at the Roxy. Plus, anything you guys want to talk about, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, super chat in. Appreciate the support. Would love to hear from you guys. This is a 100% fan-funded show, which means that I'm only here for as long as you guys allow me to be here. And every time I do a show, it's because you guys let me be here. I am the voice. You are the you're essentially producers. You're the money guys. Congratulations. Way to go, team. Way to go, team money. Okay, so make sure you Streamlabs in, super chat in. You guys know the reason we prefer Streamlabs is because super chat YouTube takes like 50% of your money. That's not an exaggeration. That's what they've done the last several years. It's actual crap. And let's stick it to the man and go over to Streamlabs instead. Okay, word. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. And I'll see you in the Streamlabs. All right, let's talk about some of the things that I want to talk about today. So, yes, I want to get to Bridgerton. I want to get to American Idol finale. I want to get to a lot of different television shows I've been watching and haven't been talking to you guys about. But I want to talk about two things today also. Number one, Diddy and what's been going on with Diddy. And number two, what it's like to come back to LA right now, which has been a very bizarre experience. Let's start with the Diddy stuff, and I'm curious to your guys' thoughts about this entire situation. So if you're like me, you've been following the story very carefully, and if you're not like me, then you don't know what's going on. And let me just give you a brief update. In 2023, there was a lawsuit from Cassie to Diddy where she got a hefty payout, but Cassie accused Diddy of several different things. One of those things was physical abuse. One of those things was sexual abuse. There was a part in there about Kid Cudi and threatening to kill Kid Cudi, and then Kid Cudi's car blew up. There were several different allegations. Ultimately, she got a nice big paycheck in order to not talk further about anything that had gone down. Since that happened, multiple people have come out against Diddy and said that they have had abusive situations with him as well. And then this week, footage was released that was obtained by CNN, I believe, and they released footage of what was the most, just an unbelievably fucked up abusive situation with Diddy throwing a vase at Cassie, beating Cassie, chasing Cassie, and it's on tape. So after the allegations first started, when they settled, I just want to remind you guys what Diddy's response was at the time. Diddy said, "Enough is enough." This was a post from December of Diddy's on X, the artist formerly known as Twitter. "Enough is enough. For the last couple of weeks, I have sat silently and watched people try to assassinate my character, destroy my reputation and my legacy. Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. Let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. I will fight for my name, my family, and for the truth. Sean Diddy Combs." So that was what Diddy had to say after the Cassie allegations and after the settlement. That is what he said, and his team said. He did none of these things. Then this week, after the video came out, he posted his own video on Instagram. This is what the video on Instagram said. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and sought out professional help. I got into going to therapy, going to rehab. I had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry, but I'm committed to being a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry. In addition to him doing an Instagram post that said that, that was a video where he was speaking that. The caption is just, I'm truly sorry. If you look back on his Instagram, 6 days ago, he posted this: time tells truth. These are all of the things that you see that this is what I put on the screen. This is from Diddy from December 6th, 2023. So obviously his response has drastically changed from pre-footage being released to post-footage being released. Now, I think this is a really important part of the narrative because when everything came out with Cassie, and Cassie was brave enough to come forward and say, here are the things that took place, a lot of people didn't believe her. And then when she ultimately took a settlement, more people didn't believe her because they're like, oh, she's going to take a check. And it is frustrating because what did people want her to do? Did they want her to not receive any financial compensation for the absolute horrors she had gone through and then to relive everything in court instead? And they just wanted her. That's what would have made them believe her. At what point is enough enough when you've already been tortured? At what point in society somebody surviving, dealing with their own trauma? It was really frustrating at the time to watch all of the doubt towards her. And then for after she came out and multiple women came out, for Diddy to have said this one more time, just because it is so important that we see when the allegations came out without video, he said, enough is enough. He said, enough is enough. He said people assassinated his character. He said that sickening allegations took place against him that were because people were looking for a payday. He said, let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. He said he did not do any of them. And then this footage came out. And all of a sudden his response, again, is, I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. He didn't claim he was unaware of his actions. He didn't claim I was so fucked up I don't remember doing that. Not that that would make it better. Just saying that his first reaction was, I didn't do any of these things. And then his second reaction was, I was disgusted then. So very clearly knew he had done it. But were you disgusted with yourself in December when you tried to make a survivor look like a liar? And obviously, these are not the only things Diddy has done. But then for him to put out this apology where he looks so sad, performer, and say, I'm disgusted with myself. And don't worry, I sought therapy when between December when you were a liar and then never came out until this footage came out. Again, not that this makes things better, but if when Cassie had accused him of all those things, he had said, yes, I did do those things. That happened. It was fucking horrible. then maybe we could have like an ounce of anything towards him to not make her look like a fucking liar. But he said, I didn't do one of those things. And then there's footage, and he was caught more than red handed. Anybody who watched the video is disgusted. And then he's like, I'm so sorry. When obviously he's not. But also, another problem with our fucking system. The police saw that and they said, yeah, unfortunately, that video is past the time that we could actually do anything about it. Because I think it's what, 7 years. So sorry. Like we see that that did happen, but nothing we can do. What's wrong with us? What the fuck is wrong with us? So for any of you guys, do you think this apology made it better? Made it worse? What are you guys hoping to move forward from this? Are you guys hoping that we see, like, what would be justice for the plethora of victims, survivors? What are we, where do we go from here? Does this man just get to live his life? Are we expecting jail time for him? I mean, like, what, where do we go from here now that we know that this man is an abuser who's also being accused of having a sex ring? And it's like, I'm not saying that every accusation towards him is proven. Am I having shit internet right now? I can change to my other internet. You guys tell me. Let me know. It's doing the low bar thing for me. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Let me know your thoughts on the situation. Did anybody think that this apology made any difference? Or did you guys find it not to make a difference at all? Let me know. I appreciate everybody in the chat right now watching this late night video and Streamlabs super chat in. Let's go to the super chat. Thank you to Eric who said, I finally made it to a live. Buenas noches from Virginia Beach. It's the future. Here, it's already Tuesday. Welcome to the future. Here's towards your vehicle repair fund purge. Oh, I appreciate you. My vehicle still isn't working. I have to bring it back again. It's like they should be paying me at this point. But I appreciate you. That shit was crazy expensive. Yeah, let me know. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Did this make any bit of a difference? Is there anything he could have said in the video that would have made you feel any different? That video, based on the things she's accused him of, that video seems like it's not even the half of it. And what about, how far does this go, right? Like, is that an attempted murder on Kid Cudi? And who else? What about the sex ring? What about the other women that have come forward? And I'm sure women who haven't yet. And men, I believe, too. Just horrible. Horrible. And what do we do as a society when things like this happen? Like, this feels very close to, and obviously it's different, but it feels closer to a Harvey Weinstein situation than it does to somebody, I suppose, more redeemable, like a repeat offender, massive assault. Ugh. It just makes you feel so fucking sad and sorry. And like, why is this industry like this? And how, and it's because of this, but Diddy is one of the richest people on the planet, one of the most privileged people on the planet. He had everything. Every kid, every person he ever wanted, every song, every hit, every home that he wants, every boat that he wants, everything. It, nothing's enough. And there are people who would have given anything for his life. And this is what he did with it. No amount of power was enough for him. I mean, yeah, this, and I'm not saying that it's the same situation, but when we all saw, not when we heard, but when we all saw what Chris Brown did to Rihanna's face, we saw it with our own eyes. I think that it really changed the way that a lot of people looked at him, but he still managed to have an unbelievable career moving forward. And it does make me concerned. And I'm not saying there's any validity towards Drake's allegation because I don't know that there is, but Drake's allegation towards Kendrick that he's beating his wife, Kendrick's allegation towards Drake that he's running a sex ring. Like, for celebrities, is just that you reach a certain level of power where you become a living piece of shit, or were you already a living piece of shit and that's how you got to that level of power by abusing everybody around you? Or did you get to the top and nothing gave you thrills anymore except for being a piece of shit? Interesting how the psyche works, but none of it matters other than people's safety. And like watching her in that video was horrifying. Fucking horrifying. Thank you for the super chat, Eric. To the rest of the people in here, thank you for joining for this late night show. Like I said, we're going to talk about Diddy. We're going to talk a little bit about being home and coming back here. We're going to talk about shows that are on right now that I'm watching, including the American Idol finale that aired last night, Bridgerton, the first half of the season that had its mid-season finale. That was just so sexy. It's crazy. I started Reacher and I'm just loving it. Hacks is unbelievable this season. So I know, again, we jump all over the place on this show. It's like, how the fuck do you talk about the Diddy situation and then we talk about Bridgerton? And yet we find a way. Because this is the way that the cycle works now. It's crazy. You look at your phone, you're scrolling, and it's like, does anybody feel desensitized to any of them? Just so fucked up. Taking a break from the Diddy thing for a second, unless more Streamlabs or Super Chats come through. I wanted to talk a little bit about the journey home. I came back last night and I landed, and I posted this to my close friends, but I consider you guys to be close. So let me tell you guys. I tell you guys more things than I tell a lot of my friends because you're here. So you get that. I want to say privilege, but that sounds pretentious. You get that, whatever it is. So I landed, and sometimes LA just feels so fucking soulless. I think it was because, it's not just the Diddy situation, but there was a strike for almost a year. All of my friends are out of work. Every one of us is rapidly losing money or unable to stay out here. Nobody has recovered from the strike or the pandemic. Nobody I know. Rich people, really rich people have obviously recovered. A lot of people left here. A lot of things that are going on here, like with Me Too and every person that came out and Me Too, and us always knowing kind of that this things were going to be uncovered, but just the mass amount of people who have had horrible things happen to them. And the entertainment industry is the heart of LA. It really is. And it just feels fucking disgusting here recently. And I hate to say that because I love to love wherever I am. It matters to me a lot that you don't just go to a place and bitch and moan and complain and say it sucks because then just leave. But this is my dream. And being here is my dream. But gosh, it just feels like it lacks a heartbeat. It lacks a soul. It lacks that thing that you need to feel like something is home. It feels right now, and I didn't always feel this way about LA, but it feels empty here and lonely and just like a pit of despair. I know that sounds so fucking dramatic. There's something about it here right now is just not this city is not okay. This city's not okay. And this industry is not okay. And I wonder how people get back. Like I was looking today into the whole AI Charlize Theron no, ScarJo, sorry, not Charlize. ScarJo thing. Did you guys see about this? If not, I can tell you guys a little bit more about it, but it's just again lacking soul. It's all bots and health and they're trying to survive. About cities, industries, but when I went back to my hometown this week, it just has so much energy and people feel alive and they feel like humans that are here to help one another and listen and you know explore and adventure and enjoy and feel. And there was just so much love there, and not just in my family but through the streets when you're walking. This woman, I think her name was Myra, who I was getting a pastry and she recognized me and she was like, "Are you Roxy from Live at the Roxy?" Which is a cool way to be recognized from my own show. And I was with my sister and I was like, "Yeah." She telling me she was there for her daughter's graduation. And she was just a real person making real conversation with me. And my sister started tearing up because she was so excited that like what I do has reached anybody, that anybody knows who I am and that I have affected anybody. And it was really cool. And it just, and like, I don't know, there's something, it all sound, if you don't know what I'm talking about, maybe it sounds crazy, but like the food in LA is supposed to be the best food, some of the best food in the country. But I'm here and it's like, I can't ever figure out what to eat because everything tastes so soulless. And the food at home, it feels like something. It feels like heart. It feels like people put their art into it. Like I went to the North End and I had this pasta that was like, it should have just been normal pasta, but it felt like somebody put their whole chest into it. Like, okay. Same thing with everybody, everywhere I went, every person I talked to. Just, yeah, like I went to go get TSA pre-check and the guy there was so cool to me. And then it turns out he knew my grandfather and worked for him I think he said in the 70s. And that's obviously a more specific thing, but it's just like human beings talking to other human beings here. And it's also like smiles and fake. And it's not everybody in LA. And most people in LA aren't even from LA. But this place just is not the same as it used to be. And it's lacking soul. And I so badly want it to get its soul back. It's like Emperor's New Groove. LA needs its groove back. And it needs the entertainment business to be thriving in order for its groove to be back. Because this is how a lot of people are in the entertainment industry. And when they're not doing well, then they can't go out to eat. And then the waiters aren't doing well. And when people in the service industry aren't doing well, then nobody's like just, ugh. so much. Anyways, anybody know what I'm talking about at all? Do you guys understand at all? Have you ever felt that coming to here or leaving your town and going back to your town? Streamlabs.com/Roxy. Like I said, this is fan funded show. I'm only here when you guys allow me to be here. So far, Eric's the only one allowing me to be here. So it will be a short-lived show. But other than that, Streamlabs in. We'll see what we can do. I did want to talk a little bit about Bridgerton, American Idol finale. I can also hold off on that till tomorrow or the next day, depending on you guys. I am filming something with Grammy tomorrow. It's not for your eyes, unfortunately. I'm doing it for a how do I explain it? For like a pitch for something kind of. So that will be exciting. And yeah, maybe I can show my patrons a little bit of it. But anyway, that and yeah, so I'm doing that tomorrow. So I'll try to maybe be here late night tomorrow. And then World Girls Wednesday and Only Stupid Answers on Friday. I think we're back for the big thing this week as well. That would be Thursday. And Real Rejects shot there today. I'm shooting there Thursday also. Guys, your girl is grinding, trying, but somehow doing worse than I've ever done in any year I've ever been out here. And I'm looking for a new apartment because I told you guys my fucking landlord raised my rent. Anyway, those are not tonight problems. Those are tomorrow Roxy problems. Trying this new thing where I don't think about the bad things too much too late at night, even though I did a whole show on Diddy tonight. It's just everything feels brighter in the mornings. At nighttime, it just feels like very overwhelming. Does anybody else feel that way? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, my brief thoughts on a couple shows, and then I'll get out of here. Oh, yes, Paco Loco's back. Let's go. Taco Tuesday. Paco Loco, do me a favor. Go over to Streamlabs because YouTube be taking 50% of your money, and Streamlabs doesn't do that. So if you want more money to go to the creator, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Takes 2 seconds. But I really appreciate you. Thank you, Taco Tuesday. I guess for me right now, it's just Manic Monday. It's just another Manic Monday. Taco Tuesday is cool, I guess. I know Taco Tuesday is good. I mean, at least LA has tacos. Come on. When we think about the good things, LA has tacos. Home does not have good tacos. Home has good burritos. But home has no good tacos. Like, quite literally no good tacos. We've never found a good taco in Boston. Not ever. Okay, let me tell you guys a little bit about Bridgerton. Listen, y'all. I was talking to my manager who was like, Bridgerton, bad. Not good, right? And I was like, Bridgerton's the best show ever. Don't care what you say. Bridgerton is the best show. It is so sexy, so fun. Loving this season so far. Bummed that they had a mid-season finale. I'm telling you guys, I recently, and maybe this is TMI, but you guys, I tell you a lot. Recently, because I haven't seen somebody in years, I just have like no interest in anybody romantically at all. Just no. Watching this, I'm like, oh, right. Sexiness is fun and sexy. And wouldn't that be nice? That's hot. It's like bringing back my sex drive. I'm going to write the Bridgerton team and tell them, you guys are doing great things for sex drives all across the world. Good job. Because it's fucking hot. The show is hot. It's like so romantic and cute. And I'm out here for Bridgerton. Are any of you guys watching it? If you are, let me know if you love it as much as I do. If you aren't, I'm curious if you'd be willing to give it a shot. Because, woo! Anyway, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer before I get out of here. I do want to tell you guys also about American Idol. But thank you to Paco Loco for the super sticker and for not 2 seconds, 69 seconds for me. LOL. What do you mean? Okay, well then start the 69 seconds now. I'm telling you, it makes all the difference. Also, YouTube money you don't get for like months. Streamlabs comes immediately. So much better. Head on over. Thank you. Thanks anyway for your support. It's like I don't want to be picky on how you support, but it makes a huge difference how you support. So if you take the extra 2 seconds, that would be dope city. Thanks. Okay, American Idol had its finale. Are any of you guys watching that? Have any of you guys watched American Idol in the last 10 years? This is the first time I've watched it since Paula, Randy, and Simon were the judges. Like, I legitimately have not watched the show in forever. It's fire. The winner last night absolutely deserved to win. She is a star. I think she's going to be a massive star. Spoilers on American Idol. So if you don't want to hear American Idol spoilers, then stop watching for a little bit. Listen, Billie Eilish recorded a video for her being like, I love you. Thank you for singing my song. You know you've made it, girl. Abby's a stud. I'm going to go download her music. I liked a lot of people on this season, but I can't believe how talented people are out there. Like, I know they've tried this before and it's failed, but shouldn't there be some kind of acting competition show like for a role in a movie? I think they did it. Didn't they do it to find like Sandy for Broadway on Grease or something? Something. I remember when I was younger, they did some kind of acting show. But I want to be in that show. Mike Joyce in the Streamlabs. Let's go for a Streamlabser of the night. Okay, Mike Joyce. What a king. So I've never seen the Chucky movies, and I'm doing the watch-alongs with you, Tara, and Tara on the Real Rejects Patreon. I've loved each of the movies except for the third one, which I thought was okay. I hope you do the Chucky series. Wait, what was the third one? I've loved every single one of them. I've loved every single one. Was the third one the one that when we go to the factory? Oh, I just think that it's the greatest franchise maybe ever. I'm obsessed with the Chucky franchise. I can't believe nobody told me how good it was. Oh, the military one. Oh, I loved that one too. I'm loving doing this with Tara. It couldn't be more fun. I'm just completely obsessed. Completely obsessed with Chucky. I had no idea it was this funny. It's horror, obviously, but so funny. I'm liking it so much more than Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, which each one gets worse and worse. And with this, each one gets funnier and funnier. Like, oh, obsessed. Obsessed. With between Bride of Chucky and Seed of Chucky, just like, what the fuck? That shit's crazy. I'm so in love with this franchise. So good. I can't wait to finish it. I hope they let us do the series. Both Tara and I want to. Tara and I are working on merch, and it's kind of sick, and I hope you guys love it. I love Chucky so much. It's horror that's actually fun. Just reading Bryce's comment out loud because I was reading in my head. Yeah, I just love it so much. I think it's the best. It's my favorite horror franchise. I think that's true. What's my favorite horror franchise? I definitely like this more than Halloween. I like it more than Nightmare. I like it more than Scream, and Scream might have been my favorite before this. I haven't seen the Friday the 13th franchise yet. What are the other big horror franchises? I like it better. I really loved Purge. I loved Purge. Those were really good too. But those make you more think about the world. These ones are just funny and fun and great. So, yeah. Anyway, thank you for spending your May 20th with me for the night. I need to make myself dinner and then get back to more work. Work. You guys know how it is. I'm thinking about doing before my 33rd birthday, which is on July 13th, 33 to 33. So streaming for the 33 days leading up to 33. Tell me if you guys would watch the 33 days and if you guys would like that and what you'd want to see. And if each episode should be entertainment news or more about what happened that year of my life or what happened that year in the world. So like 91, 92, 93, 94, top news stories of that year, top movies and TV shows of that year. Yeah, let me know what you guys would like to see if I do that. I know. When I did a stream every day for a year, you guys remember that? That's how much I needed you guys for me to make it through the pandemic and how much I felt like you guys needed me to make it through the pandemic. I was like, fuck this, 365 days. Here we go. Let's go. But yeah, I thought it could be fun. We could do a bunch of different stuff. So let me know what you would want to see. If you're not watching this live, leave it in the comments. If you're also not watching this live, feel free to Streamlabs in. I'll read it for next time. Big shout out to our sole Streamlabser of the day, Mike Joyce. Appreciate you. And our super chatters, Eric and Paco Loco. You guys are great. Thank you for the help. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the love. Oh, that's nice. I'm glad to add stability to anybody. Glad. Yeah, that was the goal. Remember the fucking pandemic? Like, it feels like a fever dream sometimes. Like, what the fuck? What the actual fuck? Leaving. Oh, no, no. It was the Kevin Hart, what's it called? The whatever award. It was so good, I thought. I'm getting out of here and I'm just throwing things at you that I'm watching. Must go make salmon. Didn't keep it in the car too long. Has been in the fridge. Okay. That's all. Thanks, friends. See you probably tomorrow. If not, very soon. Later.